Hello, it's Megan. Thank you for joining me again this week. It is finals week, so this will be my last video for you in this segment. For my final, I chose to do a topic that is very emotional for me and hits home very closely. I became a student at Grantham University to fight the depression of becoming a stay-at-home mom. No, not postpartum depression. I'm not just weepy and hormonal. My life has changed drastically, and it has left a piece of me out there in the world, not here in my heart. That's the depression I'm talking about. I was an independent-minded, career-focused woman. Now I'm a mom. Now when people ask what I do, instead of saying, "Oh, wow," I was a real estate agent, so, "Oh, wow, can I list my home with you, or can we discuss this?" I get met with, "What do you do?" "Oh, you're a stay-at-home mom? So you, watch TV all day?" No, I don't. I'm busier now than I've ever been before. Thanks for asking. The responses from other people are almost as bad as the ones I give myself. The way I beat myself up at the end of the day, because all I did today was half the dishes. The rest of the day I held the baby, or I changed diapers, or whatever she needed. She was sick today. We didn't get out of bed. She refused. Or worse, met with mom shamers who think that my child shouldn't watch TV. Well, she's my child, not yours. If she has delays, I'll have to deal with that. Right now, she's not speaking as much as I personally think she should be, so we're changing things around the house. It's a constant evolution. But those are for her. Those are putting her first. There's not a time that puts me first. I hoped in becoming a student, I would find that time, at least the 12 hours a week it took to do my homework. Yeah, there's definitely a bigger time expected out of me than what I initially anticipated. And I think I'm meeting that pretty well, maintaining some pretty decent scores. But I'm not getting what I thought I was going to out of school. I thought I was going to feel like myself again. And that's just not coming back. So I decided to do this presentation on the rise in depression rates among stay-at-home moms as a cathartic experience to hopefully let go of some of the sadness and to ease the loneliness that it's created, knowing that other moms are going through it too. I hope that this video doesn't hit home for you, but I hope that it can be enough. Do you question whether or not you'd give everything for them? Before I had a child, before I had my daughter, this question seemed easy. Of course I love my child. And clearly, I would give anything for their health, wealth, and happiness. Now, though, I wonder if maybe I lost myself in that. Do I love her enough? More specifically, do I love her enough to sacrifice my daily happiness so that she may have more success in school? There's a rise in stay-at-home moms, which is great, but there's also a rise in the pressure to be the perfect stay-at-home mom. This seems to come at a detriment to the mothers, although it's great for the kids. Stay-at-home moms now have no time for themselves. Not only does a toddler require constant supervision and older kids need assistance on homework or rides back and forth to their extracurricular activities, but we're expected to do everything around the house, such as wives did in the 1950s. We're also met with the fact that children have zero sense of personal space or the need for occasional privacy. I mean, when's the last time a mom pooped in peace, right? This may have been different for the moms of 1950. That was their ideal. Now, many women are used to living an independent life before marriage and motherhood, having rented her own apartments and supporting herself before making the choice to have the family that she has today. In that, she's lost her ability to sit in silence. In addition, we now have mom shaming. Instead of people keeping their opinions to themselves or having to limit the exposure that they get to their neighbors' judgments, you could go home, you could close your doors, and nothing else affected you. Now, with social media, we have mom shaming all the time, where Susie Homemaker in Pennsylvania can judge Judy Little in Utah over the fact that her child ate a peanut butter sandwich. Judy's kids aren't allergic to peanuts. There's no reason she can't have peanut butter and jelly for lunch. However, Susie Homemaker thinks it's way better if she eats a rotisserie chicken with carrots. That's just not Susie's business. Mom shaming is rampant more now than ever before. And in the past, working mothers were made to feel guilty. Now, the shame's placed on the stay-at-home mom. The standards are changed. The standards, the way they're set for a stay-at-home mom, are completely unattainable for most mothers, and leads otherwise capable and confident women to feel like complete failures as a mom, as a housewife, as a wife. Do you remember your last day off? Did you get to plan it? I don't remember my last day off. I don't remember the last time I slept through the night. I don't remember the last time I had a truly peaceful morning. Even if my husband does get up with the kids and try to make breakfast, the noise that's made as they do that means there is nothing peaceful about staying in bed. There's a saying now, a father might sleep and a child might sleep, but the mother, she never sleeps. She only worries about all of the things she could have done better that day, all of the things she could do the next day, and all of the things she has left to get done. She's worried for the health, wealth, and safety of her children, of her household, of her husband. She's wondering if she remembered to make that doctor's appointment or follow up that call to the phone bill. Not only does it always feel like there's more we could have done, but we can't clock out and leave our stress at the office. This is especially true if weather or illnesses keep the mom and kids home for long periods of time. If everything causing your stress were in your bedroom as you tried to sleep at night, how would you sleep? Would you still get the 8 refreshing hours you need? Or would you struggle? Because every time you turned, every time you closed your eyes, every time you heard a sound, it was as if your boss was yelling from the other room that you forgot that contract. The paradox between the severe need for sleep and the desperate need for time alone and being untouched drives many mothers to stay up into the middle of the night, simply basking in the silence. With more moms trying to heed a natural direction and stay home with their children, the pressure seems to be building. We're lacking the community that our grandparents had. We're lacking the knowledge that our grandparents had. I didn't take home ec. I don't know how to sew. I don't know how to garden. And yet, my kid is best off if they eat organic, homegrown food. So you know what I'm studying right now in my off time? Because I have so much of it. How to grow this year's crops. We'll be planting 7 different vegetables to grow this year. Hopefully my daughter will eat at least one of them. It used to be for our grandparents that the friends they made in high school, stayed local, they stayed friends, or even college. The goal was to be a housewife. The goal was to grow up just a little bit better than your parents did. The friends I made in high school are scattered around the country. And the friends I made in college, they're working. They're traveling all over the world. And they're all in different phases of life. Again, not local. We were not taught how to form a new village as adults that we're now told to rely on. As a mom in the 21st century, who do you ask for help? Your husband can only do so much. He has to work too. I made the mistake of bringing it up to a well-meaning doctor that I feel lost in my new role. Her solution: it must be postpartum depression. And do I ever consider harming my baby? She was ready to call CPS because I said I felt sad. The child is not the problem. Yes, the hormones during and after pregnancy can be a roller coaster, but those also are not the problem. When my child cries for hours on end and there is no one around to help, if I'm sick or indisposed, there's no one around to help. Yes, I'm married, and he's a great dad. He's completely hands-on. He has her right now. But he works all day, and he sleeps all night. So for 22 hours a day, he's unavailable for our doctor. Again, who do I call for help? When he's gone on business and she gets sick in the middle of the night, there's no one here but me. All the weight of whether she becomes a mass murderer or a Nobel laureate lands on my shoulders. Everyone will say he was a good dad. He was a good provider. She was the one home with the kid. It seems new moms need a new guidebook that says it's okay, that mothering the way our doctors tell us to is not realistic. Maybe you're the mom that lives and breathes for your child and does not feel this way. But me, I still feel like I need to grieve the loss of the adult I was before I became a life force. Before I was the only one keeping my little daughter alive and safe every day. Before I was relied on so heavily.